So the beauty of the private company is you get to know the owner. And that was, I guess, the other aspect of information builders is understanding kind of what drives a software company and how to work within it. And that, to me, was a positive. But I will say that information builders was the start of something that, in some ways, I regret, and that is I took my eyes off family. I was so busy in terms of the startup process. I would be leaving on the road first thing Monday morning or Sunday night, and I'd be flying back in on Friday night. And that trying to crunch a family time into that weekend was one of the toughest things we could have done. So it's a continued regret through the years that I was working, and I could have probably done a better job there. But that's something for new managers and for people who are in the 40, 50 range. This is something I would say you need to focus on. You need to prepare yourself to be able to balance that, because it's going to impact you later, regardless of what you think right now. It's going to impact you later if you don't.
So if you don't mind to dig into that, you mentioned the word regret is something you regret. So if you had to go back and do it, what would you do differently?
Time management. The whole aspect of the getting on a plane on Monday morning and coming back on Friday afternoon was basically relatively assumed. It was expected by management. And I think what I would have done differently is really kind of focus on trying to understand exactly what's driving that and how I can make adjustments so that either we place people who are closer to the requirement and the customers, or be able to facilitate an agreement that would highlight in terms of these are kind of the boundaries. And honestly, I would have included my spouse as part of that conversation, because this was just imposed on us. It wasn't something that, over time we quickly had agreed that this was going to, there was no really time spent in terms of understanding the dynamics of that. I take exception to that from a standpoint of it was my fault for doing that. So that's, again, involving her as part of the conversation, so we have an understanding of kind of where the pressures are and why, and then getting my management to understand and